Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now.
So, Tariq, what can you tell us
was
about the MENA stuff? Like, what do you know anything? Like, because they should be announcing things soon, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know much, but I know they're signing a lot of athletes to be with them. They definitely did their headquarters to be in Saudi, but I heard they're aiming to do events in Qatar.
Mhm.
I I heard, or I got a communication with them that they wanted to do something in Dubai, in the UFC Abu Dhabi, PFL Dubai. They wanted to do something in Dubai, but they fell short on some terms with the sports council in Dubai. I tried to help. They said they're not interested in Dubai at the moment, but I can see their base and presence in the region is increasing. They're even spending more time in Saudi and getting to know the culture and getting to know the region properly. I suggested to them to do like a tour with the athletes around the region to explain what is PFL, and they find it really good idea because like it's still the stereotype of MMA is being a UFC.
Yeah.
Like, do you train UFC? Is this gym does this gym have a UFC? So like, it's still a fresh. You can't compare the region to Europe or to the States, where martial arts is that's like embedded with people. Like, people start to know they differentiate between UFC, Bellator, PFL, and the region they still like kind of fresh. Like, they still like, I'm signed to the PFL, but I still get questions like, "Oh, then when will you be signing to UFC?" It's like, PFL is as big as the UFC at the moment. I get paid more money than a startup in the UFC. But so like, that's what I suggested to them. They trying to do it. I feel they're expanding way faster than their performance. They don't have a show every week. They should, at this level and this like size of a company, they should be doing an event every weekend.
Yeah.
Now
If you
they
want to
have the
compete.
numbers.
Yeah, they do. They have the fighters.
They
They
have,
said they're gonna
yeah,
sign the fighters now.
yeah.
So we're gonna be seeing you compete for the next couple of years, and then maybe transition into
Maybe
yeah.
I'm
I can see
transitioning.
it. I can
Maybe
see
I'm
it.
transitioning now. Maybe
Maybe
not.
not, you know, but
Maybe,
you're making
yeah.
moves, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, I done what, I done 3 years of commentary with the UFC. I started with them 2020, maybe. Yeah, I finished 2023. It was very exciting. I've done a lot of events, but it's very tough because I have to work at a US time, and then
Yeah.
like 3 a.m. commentating on the fight until 10 a.m. That's crazy.
You need something
Yeah,
extra for
well,
that.
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, man, it's good to see you making moves though. Good to see like you
Yeah, and I enjoy. I love the sport, and like, I get asked a lot on, like, even in the gym, is like, you can't be fighting if you have one foot in, one foot out. You need to be fully committed. And because I'm fully committed, and because I love the sport, that's why I keep training hard. Like, even if I don't fight, I come to train. I go to the gym every day. Um, I'm trying now. I'm 34 years old. Maybe 3 more years or 2 more years, depends. But jujitsu is evolving so fast as well. And my last fight was in ADXC. It's a new promotion against Marvin Vittori. And I see myself doing these type of fights because I get to fight top 10 athletes in the UFC, but in a jiu-jitsu rule set. So maybe maybe a couple of years with the PFL and then fully commit to ADXC.
I was saying this I wrote this on something. I was saying that ADXC should be the promotion. They do it in Saudi Arabia or Dubai?
No, Abu Dhabi.
Okay, Abu Dhabi. That should be the promotion in Abu Dhabi that brings in the best grapplers from the UFC, from PFL, from all the MMA promotions, right? And then they put them against each other.
That's what I said, but I mean, they still want to do jiu-jitsu athletes. Like they brought Cyborg the other day.
That ain't bringing nobody. You need to put the MMA fighters in
exactly,
there.
and they're doing so. Just they can't put the entire card MMA fighters. They want to. It's still grappling, so they need to bring grapplers as well.
Yo, I had no idea. You know, the first card that you were on, I had no idea who the gi grapplers were.
Exactly.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I said to them, just put a very famous grappler against a very famous MMA guy, and let's bring it back to the UFC day, the early days of the UFC, and see if the grappler knows how to use the cage to his advantage. Because as an MMA fighter, I know how to use the cage. I know how to cut corners. So like put style versus style. But when you put two MMA fighters, we both know how to use the cage. Like the MMA fights were the most entertaining ones. The jiu-jitsu guys, they just pull guard and sit in the middle. They didn't know how to push each other on the fence. They didn't know how to fight on the cage, wrestle on the cage. So yeah, they're going. That's why the main event this time was MMA guys.
Yeah.
Hopper or Cooper versus Sterling.
That's right.
Yeah. So like the next one will be in Brazil, and I will be on the fourth one, and we're working on very big fights. So
yeah, to me, I think you should go promotion against promotion. Don't have UFC guys compete against each other. Have UFC guy compete against, like, say Sterling.
It will have a story. Yes.
Yeah, Sterling against Patchy Mix.
Yeah,
imagine you could get that grappling match.
And they can. They have the money.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I should be working for them. Come on, hey, ADX, look it up. Well, anyways, matchmaker, you know. But anyways, like, yeah, it's like I think that they have a gold mine. If they have the funding, they have a gold mine. Like they could. All these people talk about who's the best grapplers in MMA. Blah. You could do it.
Yes.
Alex, who you grappling? I know you gotta fight at what is it? Grapple at 125. Who would you grapple? Like if you could, like, let's say he's the matchmaker. He's one of your close friends.
I want to bring all of these guys.
Oh, okay.
Anyone.
Who'd you?
I put his name. I put George's name. I put his friend's name. So we'll see.
Frank's name?
Yeah.
Get Frank in there, bro. Yeah, hell yeah.
I put everyone's name. Why not?
I would love it. I would love it.
What is he an Alex Volkanovski's wrestling coach? Competing?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
no, I'd love to do it for sure.
Yeah. People would be like, who's he grappling?
Yeah, I'd love to do
him
it
and
for
Bo
sure.
Nickel.
Yeah.
No, Bo Nickel's way big though.
Yeah,
he's like middleweight. But like, who would you grapple? Like, look at the top 15 in like UFC flyweight.
I don't know. It's interesting.
I would love to see you grapple one of those guys.
Yeah, I'd love to do it. You know, I don't know. I couldn't even think of any names, but yeah, I'd love to do it. Any of them.
Yeah,
it'd just be super fun.
I think like Brandon Moreno would be good.
Yeah, for sure. That guy's fights are sick.
Imagine like
him and Figueiredo. A lot of their like
so much fun.
Their scramblings and their matchmaking. But those guys make grappling exciting. You know, those guys do it good. So.
The scrambles, like the flyweight scrambles are just insane, right?
It's exhausting.
Like, I would love to see it. Well, you know, you've been in video of them, right?
Like they pay me good. I love jiu-jitsu. Like if I don't love MMA so much, I would have just stopped and completely transitioned into ADXC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is the entire process. What makes me love MMA is exactly the same in ADXC, you know, and like the showmanship, the trash talk, the
bright lights.
The brights, like the lights that makes you. What makes me want to step in the cage again, just with no getting punched in the face. It's the same money and enjoying it. Like I loved every single part of that journey in the ADXC. I wasn't preparing well, but I mean, I had fun. I had to fight at top level guys. Marvin Vittori was ranked number 3, 5, I don't know, something in that top 5 division. But yeah, I was supposed to fight Bilal Muhammad.
Yeah, that's right.
But he got pulled out by the UFC 2 weeks before.
Oh, so the UFC pulled him out.
Yeah, because he was a backup fight for Colby versus
right.
Leon Edwards. Yeah.
But that, hey, they could put that fight back together.
Well, we are talking about like I don't want to cut for jiu-jitsu.
That's
I don't want to
right.
cut that much
Yeah,
weight.
yeah.
They want me to be 80 middleweight. Well, I was like, I'll just fight light heavyweight.
There's so many light heavyweights you could compete against.
No, like I mean, all middleweights will compete at light heavyweight in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
nobody cares.
Yeah, yeah. It's I'm interested to see like like what they do with the MENA stuff, man. Because like the landscape, the people, like they should definitely be listening to
look
like
at
what
the
you
boxing.
say.
The boxing is all like recentering in
Saudi.
Saudi.
Yeah.